So today I've created this look with a few new products that I've got from Poni Cosmetics. Now I received these through a makeup masterclass that I did with Mia Connor. So these were part of our little goodie bag. So I'm going to show you that I've used the eye palette called Green Eyes. I chose the Green Eyes one because I've actually got the Blue Eyes palette. So these are the couple of the tones that are in this. I've also got the Candy Blush. I love this blush because there's a gradient to the blush and you can choose sort of what color you'd like to use. Also have a White Night Mascara, which is perfect timing because I've just run out of mine. I have got the Brow Magic. This is a great little tool which I've done my brows with. And finally, I also have the Brow Gel. So I'm using all these products to create this look. I have actually added a few different products in here as well. So I'd love to know what you think. So let's get into it.
Love having new products to start with, but first of all, I'm going to go in with the go-to skin. This is the Nifty 50. It's the SPF in 50+. I really like this one. It's really gentle on the skin and it does have that broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection. So I'm really just lathering that on my face today and just making sure I get my neck and anywhere that's sort of visual to the sun and my ears. And also I always finish off just putting some on my hands as well. And that was a quick shot of me walking away from the camera. Anyway, I'm going in with the Dr. Jart. This is the BB cream. This is the one that I received overseas when I was at a VIP event, and it was one of the gifts. I'm really loving this. It is a beautiful BB cream. It has an SPF 40 in it as well, so I've really doubled up on my sunscreen. I'm using a small amount, so I've only placed a small amount on the back of my hand, and I've really placed this detailed brush. This is the 109 by BK Beauty. Again, one of my favorites, and I'm just layering it ever so slightly. So what I love about this is it has a buildable coverage, but I don't want it to be too heavy. I want this to look nice and natural on the skin. It does offer that little bit of a glow, and I'm just really adding a little bit at a time to just sort of get a bit of coverage over those redness. So those red areas sort of around my nose, over my cheeks, and then just some of the residual down my neck and over the ears as well. So not going in too heavy with the foundation. This is the St. Renais. This is a lip and cheek tint. I've used this before. I love using this one. This is Castiglione, so it's got a nice dark shade to it. I'm using it for my contour. So contouring my nose, I did that a little wonky. Going in with the same brush, I feel this brush is just so nice and detailed, and I'm just pressing it into the skin exactly where I've placed it. I love the fact that you can just sort of press it in and it blends out beautifully. Really helps to frame the face and give me a little bit more contour and shape, and also a little bit more warmth as well. You know, it just sort of warms up the face, looks a little bit more natural as well, as if I've got a little bit of that sun-kissed glow. Using my finger to make sure that I haven't gone too close to the inside of my nose with that contour, because by doing that you could accidentally make your nose look a little bit crooked. So be careful when contouring the nose, and just making sure I get it all around the top there and down the jawline. Again, the residual just down the neck there. So now this is the first one of the new products. This is the Brow Magic by Poni Cosmetics. Once again, it's great because it has the little spoolie wand on one end and then it has the pencil on the other, which is great. You just wind it up and color it in. So I'm going in again from the arch out towards the tail of my brow. I always find this is where I lose most of the color and most of the shape. So I go in there first, and then I come to the inner corner and just give that a little bit of a detail using fine sort of hair-like strokes, and then brushing it through with the spoolie wand again, trying to create a look that is as natural as possible. I don't want my brows to take over my face. I like them to appear like brow-like, hair-like, and very, very natural. So just sweeping this through and just checking to make sure I'm as even as possible. I do know they are not twins, they're sisters, so they won't be completely like exactly the same. So just a small amount there, and then again going through with the spoolie wand. This is the eyeshadow palette, and it's for Green Eyes, but I figured it would still go quite nicely with mine, even though mine are not green. So I'm actually going to use, there's a couple of shades. This is more of a light sort of beige shade, and as you can see, I've had to go in a couple of times to really build up the color. It wasn't, because it is the first time that I'm using it, it wasn't as sort of bright as I thought it would be. These shades in this palette doesn't actually have names on them, so I'm just going to say that this is the lightest sort of beige matte shade, and I'm using a fluffy brush by BK Beauty. This is again another one of my favorite brushes, and this one is called, it is the 211. So with these brushes, you can find them in my link, the Shop My link, and go there, you better buy either a set or single brushes. This other brush, this is a little bit more detailed, it's more compact with the bristles. This is the 209. I like to use this to place the product on because this is a darker shade. It's like a rusty sort of shade. I'm placing it on with this brush, but then I will go back in with the 211 and just blend that out. Now I'm bringing it right through, so the residual down through that crease underneath the eye line there as well. And now I'm using that 211 and just really sweeping it through, softening the edges and just blending and blending. This way it just looks more harmonious and it just doesn't look like you've got any harsh lines. Placing a little bit of the same color right in the inner corner of the eye and sweeping it through the crease and sort of meeting the other shade. This is what we call a halo eye. So it sort of starts, you've got the depth on either corner, the inner corner and the outer corner, and then you meet in the middle. Just creates a different sort of look. And once again, going back in with that fluffy brush and just blending it through that crease so it's nice and soft. Love using my finger for the shimmer. This is a real rusty shimmer. Using the finger just helps so you don't have so much fallout. That sticks to your finger, then it sticks to your eye. And again, going in with that fluffy brush. So it is quite common to just keep repeating each step with the fluffy brush. This is the Poni Cosmetics. This is the eyeliner pencil. This one is in black. I thought I would use black, and I know I normally use brown. I'm just using a small amount in that tight line, a little bit along the lash line, top and bottom. And I'm making sure that I get it in the tight line, but I'm also getting it in that inner corner as well so that it's finished. So you haven't just sort of left the eye hanging, you've actually finished it right off. The White Night Mascara, one of my favorite tubular mascaras. Now, I've picked up, and you can see my fingers are on the white part of this applicator. This is the volume. So it's really clever. You go in with the volume, so you're adding as much volume as possible. Then the green part of this, you're creating the length. So this is a little bit like, it doesn't put so much product on the spoolie wand, and it creates more length. So very, very clever idea. It's tubular mascara, which means it comes off beautifully and doesn't pull and tug at your eyes. Going back in with that darker shade, just decided with the fluffy brush to give it just a little bit extra up on that brow bone. I feel like my eyes are hooding a little bit, and I feel like by doing this, it helps to open them up just that little bit more. Loving these colors. I know they're for green eyes, but clearly they look great on blue eyes as well. And I would say they would look great on brown eyes too. So again, just a little bit of that color underneath as well, and just really blending that out. Using this one's the smaller brush. Oh no, that's the fluffy brush, sorry. Using the Home Beauty, this is the primer. So it's got a real glowy tint. And I thought today, instead of having concealer, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this glow under the eyes. For me, I was thinking this way, it'll be a little bit light reflecting, won't sit in the wrinkles so much, and bring the eye area there out as opposed to sort of dulling it down, and keep it really hydrated. So that was my theory using this as something a little bit different today. And then I've just sort of gone where I'd like a little bit more of that highlights under the cheeks there, and just sort of brought those areas out as well. I will go back in with my original brush and a little bit of that Dr. Jart, the BB cream, and just really sort of settle that in. So there's, again, making it seamless. Got to make sure this looks as natural as possible. This is the Youngblood bronzer, and it's called Soleil. Just using the BK Beauty brush. This one is the 108. It's a really nice little sort of round, quite condensed brush, perfect for the contour. Another Poni Cosmetics product. Love this. This is the Candy Blush. Love the fact that it has a gradient of color. I'm going in with that really light shade, sort of that peachy shade, to work in with the shades that I've done on my eyes. But I love the fact that this blush can go from pinky peach to a light peach to a dark pink. It's perfect. So you can get quite a few looks out of the one product. And again, sweeping it through that brow socket just to soften those edges and make it look really seamless. Using the same lip and cheek tint that I did the contouring with, I've taken a lip brush and I'm really lining the lips with this color. I figure this will help to contour the lips. And once I do the bottom, probably more when I do the bottom lip line, you'll see that it really does start to make my lips look more defined, but also a little bit bigger. So I'm just under, especially in the middle on the bottom and the middle at the top, I'm just over the lip line, not too much. And then I come back onto the lips and I'm just blending it into the lips. Using the Renew Lip Oil, this is from Sigma Beauty, and I'm just filling in the lips and creating a really nice soft look with the lips. But again, they do look a little bit fuller than normal. This is the Home Beauty. This is one of the powders, and I'm just going in where I place that sort of highlight just to get off any of the excess shine, and up here as well. So I'm really hoping that you like this look. The last thing I'm going to use is the Poni Cosmetics. This is the brow gel, and this is just going to set these brows in place. So I thought I'd do this at the end because I know I knock them while I'm doing the rest of it. But let me know what you think.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really like this video tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also let me know if there's any looks that you'd like me to showcase. So see you in the next video.